today we're going to be learning the FOIL method. Now, what exactly is the FOIL method for? Well, we use the FOIL method to multiply polynomials. Now, wait a minute. I know polynomials is a big, scary word, and many of y'all's brains just turned off. But don't worry, polynomials are actually pretty easy to understand. Let's break it down. Poly means many, and nomial just means parts. So when we put it together, polynomial really just means many parts. So when we're multiplying a polynomial, we're just multiplying many parts. Let's look at something easy. Everyone knows how to multiply 7x times 3. It's just 21x. Easy. Not so scary, right? Well, that's exactly what we're going to be doing when we multiply our polynomials. We're going to be taking a bunch of those easy problems and just adding them together. And addition's pretty easy too, right? So trust me, like I said, it's really not so scary. So let's look at the FOIL method. We first have F, which stands for first. Next we have O, which stands for outsides. Then we have I, which stands for insides. And finally we have L, which stands for lasts. Now let's look at an easy problem. We're going to have x plus 2 times x plus 1. The very first step we have is identifying the firsts and lasts. In x plus 2, we have x as the first and 2 as our second term, which is the last. We look at the second part, which is over on the pink poster. We again have x as the first and negative 1 as the second, which means negative 1 is the last. So let's look at our first step, F, firsts. Let's take the two firsts and multiply them together, which will be x times x, and that gives us x squared. Then we're going to have O, the outsides, which is x all the way on the outside, and negative 1 is all the way on the other outside of the problem. So x times negative 1 is negative x. Then we're going to add the insides, which is 2 and x on the pink poster. 2 from the green poster and x from the pink poster. Those are the inside of our equations. And that gives us 2x. Finally, we're going to multiply the lasts, which are our two second numbers. Put it that way. They're 2 on the green poster and our negative 1 on the pink poster. And those multiplied together will give us negative 2. And then finally, we can combine what's called like terms. We have an x squared at the beginning of our equation. In the x squared, there's no other x squareds in our problem, so we can leave that as is. Then we have our negative x and a 2x. Since they both have an x in the end, we call those like terms. We're going to combine those two like terms together to give us positive x. And last, we have our negative 2, which since it's the only term without of x, it also will stay by itself. That gives us our final solution of x squared plus x minus 2. See? Not so bad. And that's using the FOIL method, so just remember, F firsts, O outsides, I insides, and L lasts. There you go. Simple and done.